Hello everyone, my name is Sharifah Sofia binti Said Salihuddin from A4AS 120118. Today, I'm gonna talk about chemical bonds which are ionic bond and covalent bond. First thing first, you must know about metals and non-metals. In periodic table, group 1 and group 2 known as element metals, which are sodium, potassium, magnesium, and calcium. On the other side, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, and also group 7, which is fluorine, also known as non-metals. So, back to the topic, how can ionic bond and covalent bond exist? Ionic bond occur when element metals and non-metals combine together chemically, and they will form into ionic bond. For an example, sodium is a metal, while chlorine is a non-metal. Moreover, we already know that sodium is a cation and chlorine is an anion. For covalent bond, when non-metal plus non-metal combine together chemically, they will form into covalent bond. For example, carbon dioxide. Here, carbon is a non-metal and oxygen also a non-metal, so that they are covalent bond between them. True of that, you must know and remember that ionic bond form between metals plus non-metals, while covalent bond form between non-metals plus non-metals. Next, what is a definition about ionic bond? Ionic bond is a chemical bond formed due to complete transfer of electrons from one atom to other atom. Hence, do you know metals have low ionization energy? That's why they always lose their electrons. For example, group 1 like potassium and sodium have 1 electron valence. For group 2 like calcium and magnesium, they have 2 electron valence. While for non-metal, they have high ionization energy that they always gain electrons from other atoms. As you guys can see, this is formation of sodium chloride. Here, sodium is a metal and chlorine is a non-metal. The number of electrons of sodium are 11, while the number of electrons of chlorine are 17. Moreover, sodium have 1 electron at the outer shell, and chlorine have 7 electrons at the outermost shell. The arrangement of electrons in sodium is 2.8.1. If sodium loses their 1 electron valence, sodium gets stability and fulfill the octet rule. The octet rule means the tendency of atoms to prefer have 8 electrons in the valence shell. Same goes to chlorine. Chlorine have 7 electron valence and it is a non-metal. Chlorine will gain 1 electron valence from sodium to fulfill the octet rule. When sodium loses 1 electron valence and chlorine gain 1 electron valence, sodium will be positive ion and chlorine becomes negative ion.
When sodium becomes a positive ion and chlorine becomes a negative ion, they have electrostatic force between them. The electrostatic force is the force of attraction or repulsion between two charged particles. The electrostatic bonding force is important and binds an ionic molecule. Therefore, ionic bonds form when metals lose their electrons and non-metals gain their electrons.
Next, what about a definition of covalent bond? Covalent bond means when two or more atoms join together by mutual sharing of electrons. So now, let's take a look about formation of oxygen. Here are the example of one oxygen atom and another one oxygen atom. We already know that the number of electrons of oxygen are 8, while the number of valence electrons are 6. It means oxygen must gain 2 electrons from other atoms to get the stability, and the octet rule will be fulfilled. But remember, this is a covalent bond. Covalent bond a little bit different compared to ionic bond. Oxygen should come together and mutually share the two of electrons, not lose their electrons. It means that one pair of electrons come from this oxygen atom and another one pair of electrons comes from this oxygen atom. We said that two pairs of electrons are shared between these two oxygen atoms. Therefore, we said that when electrons are mutually shared, they form into covalent bond. For your information, covalent bond have 3 types, which are single covalent bond, double covalent bond, and triple covalent bond. If one pair of electrons is shared between atoms, they form single covalent bond, like chlorine gas. Next, if two pairs of electrons are shared between atoms, they will form into double covalent bond, like oxygen gas. Lastly, if 3 pairs of electrons are shared between atoms, they form triple covalent bond, like nitrogen gas.
In conclusion, ionic bond and covalent bond totally have their difference and similarity between them. The difference for ionic bond are it involves transfer of electrons only. Besides, they also occur between metal atoms and non-metal atoms. Moreover, ionic bond also can be formed in a positively charged ion and a negatively charged ion. For covalent bond, it involves sharing of electrons between non-metal atoms, plus covalent bond also will be formed into molecules. Last but not least, the similarity between these two chemical bonds are
They involve valence electrons only, and the atoms achieve stable octet or duplet electron arrangement.